Okay, team, welcome to your upper body and back restore. We're going to spend the next 10 minutes opening up your shoulders, your chest, your back, and making you breathe a little bit more deeply today. So let's start on your knees. Whether it's more comfortable to sit on your feet or tuck your toes under is up to you. Take your right arm under your left and give yourself a hug. So this is already the pose. We're stretching your shoulders. But if you're comfortable, cross your hands into like an eagle bind. And then inhale, lift up onto your shins and back bend. Then as you exhale, round into the tiniest ball you can. Whether that means tenting your fingers down on the ground or just kind of hovering there. You've got 4 big breaths here. If you crave more restoration, it might be nice to just stay here when I offer the option to flow. Otherwise, let's flow it out. Inhale, lift your arms and lift your gaze. As slow as you can, exhale, round, curl, and open up the backside of the heart. One more like that. Inhale, lift the heart space. Exhale, round, curl, and hold it. The tiniest squeeze. Tuck your tailbone to open up your low back. Remember, the more strong your abs are, the tighter your abs are, the more your back can have freedom to breathe. Then just take your hands to the earth. Embryo's pose. Unbind the arms. Put them, if your shoulders feel tight like ours do today, we're going to put them behind us. If your shoulders feel pretty open, you can put your hands forward or just kind of by your sides for support. We're here for 3 breaths to open up your quads and the neck. If your face or head is touching the mat, you can rock it side to side a little bit to get some tension release in those nerve endings in the forehead. Awesome, and then let's roll down to the belly. Sphinx pose, come up like the Egyptian Sphinx. With your elbows down, press firmly into your palms. Lift your elbows an inch or 2 off the mat, just enough to slide the right arm under, then the left arm over. Crocodile. Yep, it already feels like a lot here, especially if you have big boobs. Or tuck your toes and try to push yourself forward and let the weight of your head hang as your arms separate as far apart as they can. Yeah, opening up your arms to the best of your ability, squeezing the front of your shoulders. The cool part about your chest here is that there's these lymph nodes in your armpits, and as you squeeze in this like alligator hug, the compression in your lymph, it helps build your immunity. So your lymph, it only drains if we jump or if we massage it. So it loves to be drained by giving yourself a literal hug right here. 3 breaths. What is it like in your body to soften into the ability to open the back of the heart? For me, I feel like I'm a superhero when I have that mental ability to open myself up. Like the fact that you know that you're stretching your best self open right now, it's a gift. All right, carefully come back to your Sphinx, then push yourself back onto your knees. Let's take the whole thing from the top. So wrap your left arm under in a hug. Eagle arms, maybe you bind for your hands. Then inhale, look up, come up on your shins, take a big back bend. Exhale, round, slow as you can. Tip your fingers against the earth and hold for a couple breaths like a kickstand. Now I want you to keep squeezing. Your chest is still squeezed, the backside of the heart opens. What happens when your mind floats away from the moment? That's going to happen. Are you able to focus on your breath as an anchor to bring you back into your body? I like to see these opportunities in our life as a chance for us to build more self-love currency, to put more in our bank accounts, our self-love accounts. Let's flow it out. Inhale, come up nice and easy. Don't go too fast, you might get dizzy. Then exhale, curl and round into the tiniest ball, opening up the backside of the heart. Awesome. One more. Inhale, opening and pouring love out of this heart space. Then exhale, round down, crunch as much as you can, and exhale all that excess out. And then carefully, hands forward, slide yourself onto your belly. Sphinx for the other side. So Sphinx is where we start. Lift your elbows, then thread your left arm under, right arm over. Wiggle your hands as far apart as you can, tuck your toes, and push yourself forward. Let your head relax. Depending on how tight your shoulders are, or how big your chest is, You might not touch the ground necessarily, but for me, even though my head doesn't touch the ground, I still like the feeling of my head kind of dropping. It opens up those cervical muscles. It feels so good on the back side of the neck. There's too much in life for us to be excited about, for you not to live like an enthusiast in your day. And if you know me, I believe that we can die at any moment, and I live like that. I live like we're literally gonna die any second. So in that respect, I'm trying to look for magical moments to like jive off of, to build into. Magical people bring out the magic in people. And when you focus in within yourself about what is magical in you, more people want to be around you, but also want to bring it out in themselves too. Okay, push yourself back. Let's get your legs out in front of you. Roll down to your back. And either half plow, so you're kind of holding your bent knees with your legs over your head. If you're comfortable with plow, you could go all the way over where your toes reach for the ground, and your hands support your low back. This may not feel good on your upper traps or your back, so you could stay in that half variation, stretching your hamstrings. Now, if it feels right, bend your right knee as close to the earth as you can. Think of it like a half plow or a half Ardha, deaf man's pose. Squeezing your hips higher for a deeper stretch. Then switch. Left knee reaches for the earth. Right leg straight. When we stretch, we create more space for magic to drop in. And you don't have to know exactly what sets your soul on fire today. But stretching enables us to have more space for good things to drop in. If you've been with me with the bent knees, take full deaf man's pose. Both knees bend towards the earth. Your knees are like earmuffs taking out the sound. Carefully unwind back to legs up the wall, and then plant your feet on the earth for bridge. We're gonna do a little shoulder and palm release. Lift your butt. Take your hands like you're about to hit a volleyball underneath of your bum. So to get there, I first interlace my fingertips. I wiggle my shoulders as close together as I can, and then I open my palms up like I'm about to hit a volleyball. Then once you're in that place, your fingers barely touching, drop your butt cheeks on top of your hands. Then, if you don't feel the stretch, go back to the top, go back to the beginning, and interlace your fingers more. Then, I already feel a good heart opener, stretcher. If you want more, you can extend your legs straight. Yee. Oh boy, it's a lot of pressure, but it's good. It's opening up your forearms. My shoulders are squeezed behind me to expose the heart up. Do you guys feel it? Yeah, like even just the littlest amount of pressure with your butt on your hands, it's opening up all of the metacarpals, the forearm muscles, the brachioradialis, and that pressure is like a gentle myofascial release, if you would. You don't have to know exactly what you want in life or what you want today, but you do have to have enough space to receive good shit when it's dropping in. So just trust that in these final 2 minutes of the stretch, you're creating space for good things to drop in. You don't have to know exactly what they are. You just have to know that you're open to it. Inhale. Deep, deep exhale. All right, walk your feet back in. Plant them, lift the palms up. You can pump them out if that feels good. Then stretch your body all the way long like you're waking up in a good morning stretch. Banana asana. Tip your hands to the right and your feet to the right. So listen to my cues if you've never done this pose. The tendency is for your left hip to come up. Put it back down so that your back and butt are flat on the ground, even if that means doing less of a side stretch. Good, my demos look great. And then V's taking that upgrade of bringing her left ankle over her right, kind of like locking in. But if I was adjusting you, I'd be pushing your left hip down so that it's a big side bend and your back is safe, not in a huge back bend. As you flatten, try to relax your face muscles in your neck and opening up sideways. Deep breath in. Easy breath out. I'm open for whatever magic's gonna drop in today. All right, team, come through center. Let's switch to the other side. So take your time to wiggle. Like when I do it, I'm just like feet, arms, little by little until I reach the edge where my right hip isn't coming up. And then once you've reached it, your hips drop. You're taking like a banana shape. The subtlety of it is great. The long-lasting effects of it are spectacular. Laterally flexing your spine in a direction we rarely move our spine. Opening up all your breathing muscles, the gills, so that you're able to take deeper, richer breaths throughout the day. Or when you sleep, opening up the fascia around your ribs so you can take deeper, more restorative breaths. Inhale. Easy exhale. All right, come through center. Pull your knees deep into your chest. Rock them side to side. So for the last 30 seconds, your choice is either a butterfly pose, shavasana, or legs up the wall, but something that's going to help you lie pretty still. Finding that easy place in the body, butterfly, shavasana, corpse pose, or legs up the wall, your choice. Magical people bring out the magic in people. And you've committed to this really short time to stretch, to be more magical for yourself, to be open to dropping things in so that we can spread goodness and magic out. You can stay longer than this video. You can let it stop and stay here as long as your body feels and craves restoration. But if you're ready to wake it up, take your arms lovingly over your head. Pull your knees into your chest. Reset in a fetal pose if that feels right. So ear in your bicep like a pillow, kind of resetting your back. And then press up to a seat. Hands at the heart, just honoring the more open space you've created around the heart, shoulders, and back. We end our practice with a word that means thank you. Namaste. They just demoed 3 in a row, so this restoration was much needed.